updated TSPs before we present them to the Board of Commissioners for approval and then submission to HUD. Before we begin with the overview of the TSPs, I will briefly describe how the public comment process will work. The public comment period began on September 30th and ends on October 30th. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are unable to hold in-person hearings like we normally would, so we are conducting the public comment hearings via live stream. In addition to today's hearing, we have a third and final hearing on Monday, October 19th at 2 p.m. Residents, members of the public, and other interested parties can submit comments and questions regarding the TSPs by email to commentontheplan@thecha.org, as well as regular mail and fax. During the public comment hearings, we will provide an overview of the updates to the TSPs and then respond to any written questions or comments that we've received regarding the TSPs. All questions and comments will be included in the public comment grid and will be reviewed and then responded to by CHA staff in the comment grid. To encourage participation in this process, we're making a variety of information available on CHA's website at www.thecha.org, including the updated tenant selection plans, a summary of the plans, the public notice, and the comment grid. In addition, transcripts of the hearings and links to the video from the hearings will also be posted. There is a button on CHA's homepage that links to all of this information. As I noted earlier, the purpose of today's hearing is to collect comments regarding the updated tenant selection plans for Loomis Courts, Harrison Courts, and Lathrop Elderly. Please note that there is a separate tenant selection plan for each property, all of which are posted on CHA's website, although the policies included in the TSPs are generally consistent. At this time, I will ask Ketsia Kolene, Deputy Chief for Housing Policy and Occupancy in CHA's Property and Asset Management Office, to provide an overview of the updates to the TSPs for these properties.
Thank you, Jenny. Good morning. Before providing an overview of the updates to the tenant selection plans, we will provide a brief overview of what is a tenant selection plan. A tenant selection plan is a governing document that outlines the admissions through continued occupancy policy for residents. We are looking at the update tenant selection plans for Loomis Courts, Harrison Courts, and Lathrop Elderly. The most recent version of the board-approved tenant selection plan for all three properties was in 2005. We are looking to update the document accordingly. Loomis Courts is located at 1314 West 15th Street on the Near West Side, in the Near West Side community area. Harrison Courts is located at 2910 West Harrison on the west side of the city in the East Garfield Park community area. And Lathrop Elderly is located at 2717 North Levitt on the north side in the Lincoln Park community area. All three properties provide a combined total number of 357 units. Harrison Courts, as well as Loomis Courts, are both properties that provide housing to families and individuals where the head of household must be 18 years of age and older. Loomis Courts offers a total of 124 units and consists of 1-bedrooms and 2-bedroom apartments. Harrison Courts offers a total of 142 units and offers a mix of studios, 1- and 2-bedroom units. And Lathrop Elderly provides housing for households that are headed by seniors 62 years of age and older and consists of a total of 91 units of efficiencies or studios and 1-bedroom units. So the updates to the plan largely consist of the following. Smoke-free housing policy. All lit tobacco products will be prohibited within the housing units and as well as the administrative buildings. Smoking is not allowed within 25 feet of either housing or administrative buildings. Pet ownership. Pet ownership will be subject to quantity, size, and breed restrictions, and as well as assistance animals will be subject to registration requirements. Processing applications for admissions. All housing applications for these properties will only be accepted through CHA's online web portal. Additionally, maintaining wait lists. All properties offer site-based specific wait lists that are open indefinitely. Applicants applying to these properties are required to update their applications online every year. Waitlist preferences and verification of preferences. The following preferences offer applicants a priority on the waitlist. 1, federally declared disaster. 2, domestic violence. 3, veterans preference. 4, a homeless preference. 5, family preservation. All of the reference preferences will be verified at the time of screening, with the exception of the homeless preference. And lastly, accepting unit offers. Applicants will be required to accept or decline a housing offer once contact is made within 2 business days of outreach. This concludes the summary of updates for the tenant selection plans for Loomis Courts, Harrison Courts, and Lathrop Elderly. Thank you.
Thanks, Katsia. We will now proceed to the public comment portion of the meeting. At this time, CHA has received one comment from a resident of Loomis Courts. This comment is not specific to the tenant selection plan, but raises concerns about non-residents entering the property, drug sales and other security issues, and inadequate garbage pickup. Katsia, can you respond to this comment at this time?
Thank you for submitting the comment. This comment will be directed to our property management firm. Thank you.
Thanks. As I noted earlier in the meeting, all of the documents related to the tenant selection plans are posted on CHA's website at www.thecha.org. The video of this hearing will also be available for review. If you have questions or comments after reviewing the available material, please submit them to commentontheplan@thecha.org or submit them via mail or fax. All of the comments that we receive, including the one that we just addressed at this hearing, will be added to the comment grid and will receive a response. In addition, as we did today, we will respond to any comments that we receive during the remaining public comment hearing as well. There's a third and final public comment hearing scheduled for Monday, October 19th at 2 p.m. However, the public comment period continues through October 30th, and written comments can be submitted through that date. All comments, regardless of how they are submitted, will be included in the comment grid and will receive a response. This concludes the public comment hearing for today. Thank you for participating.